Hi, I'm Eric Siegel with ericstrains.com, and welcome to episode 20 of my video train blog series. So it's late March 2012, and I've been very busy lately, not only with doing work on the layout, but I've been doing a lot of video work too. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what I've been up to. Okay, we're in the back room, and what you're looking at is a demo board for a big tutorial video that I've been filming for the last month or so. It's a two-part tutorial that covers the installation and configuration of Atlas track, switches, switch controllers, and the Atlas signal system. Part 1 will cover the track and the switches and the switch controllers, and then Part 2 will cover the signals. Now Part 1 should be out in the next week or so, and then Part 2 will follow about a week or two after Part 1, so keep an eye out for those in the near future. Now, as part of my preparation for that tutorial video, I've started to install some Atlas signals on my layout. We're here in the main room, and I've now got two Atlas signals in operation. I've got a little Dwarf signal right here, and then on the other side of that tunnel, I've got another Dwarf signal right there. And those two Dwarf signals indicate the position of the two switches that are hidden inside the tunnel. I can't see those switches with my own eyes, so I need the Dwarf signals to tell me how they're thrown. And the way they work is quite simple. These switches are hooked into the MTH-AIU, the accessory interface unit, and I throw the switches via the MTH DCS remote right here. And then the signals are connected to the switches, and then when the switch is thrown, it changes the color of the signal. So watch what happens when I throw this switch. It goes red, and then when I put it back on the main route, it goes green again. And the signal on the other side works the same way. It's red now, and then when I throw the switch, it goes green. And now back to red. Pretty cool. Now, I'll explain more about how these Dwarf signals work when I do that tutorial video, so keep an eye out for that. If you want to learn how to do these signals, that video will be the perfect opportunity because I'm going to explain everything about these signals and how you hook them up and how you get them to work the way you want them to work. Something else that's new on the layout is actually underneath the layout. This shelf over here is brand new. I just built it a couple weeks ago, and so now I've got some more shelf space for my train boxes. A lot of you guys have asked me where I store my train boxes. Well, here's your answer. I put them under the layout on these elevated shelves. Now, the reason I build these elevated shelves instead of just keeping the train boxes on the floor under the table is because my layout is in a basement, and as we all know, basements can sometimes have a tendency to get wet. If you have a big rainstorm or your hot water heater bursts, you can suddenly have a lot of water on the floor, and if your train boxes are on the floor, they're going to get ruined. And so to prevent that, I keep them on these elevated shelves. Now, as you can see, some of the boxes are on the floor, but for the most part, they're on these shelves and they're protected. And if you look around here, you can see there's just a whole maze of shelves underneath the layout, and that's where I keep all my trains. I've been really busy lately doing a lot of product reviews. I've got a whole bunch of engine reviews coming up in the near future, so let me give you a sneak peek real quick. The first one is right here. This is one of the new Lionel 2662 Malays. After that, I'll be reviewing this beautiful new Lionel Southern Crescent. After the Southern Crescent, we're going to take a look at this absolutely gorgeous MTH 241A French steam engine. This is without a doubt one of the most intricately detailed O-scale steam engines I've ever seen. After that, we'll take a look at Lionel's big Pennsylvania 210-4 Texas, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite steam engines. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at Lionel's brand new B&O 2884 EM1. These things are nicknamed Giants, and I can believe it because this model is almost 32 inches long. For an added twist, I'm going to be reviewing the unpainted version that you see here. How cool is that? One last thing that I wanted to mention is that I am planning on doing a full layout update video in the near future, and that video will contain a full tour of the layout. It'll show you how everything works and where everything is at. So if you've never seen this layout before, or if you haven't seen it in a while, that'll be a good opportunity to get up to speed. I'm hoping to have that out in late April or May, so just keep an eye out for it. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this blog episode. I'm Eric Siegel, and I'll see you next time.